Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to All In for Founders Club. It's Thursday night. Y'all, I'm so excited. So we are right here at the tail end of June. I hope everybody has worked really hard to get your free X bundle. And I hope everybody has worked really hard to get at least one of those $400 rank ups. And I hope everybody has worked really hard to get unique accounts needed for that trip. So, put in the chat how many Founders Club points you have and how many unique accounts that you have, because we are right here ending that third quarter. We've got one quarter to go, and do not count yourself out. That is the thing that I want you to know, because you can do hard things. Do not count yourself out for this. I have been doing a lot of mindset training and stuff. I'm doing a boot camp, and in this boot camp, I am coaching mindset and how to get out of your own way, because that's the biggest obstacle that we have with everything. Same thing with this Founders Club. If you get out of your own way and quit putting limits on what you can and cannot do, magic can happen. But if you've already told yourself, I've only got 3 months left, you're not going to get it. If you've already told yourself you can't, you can't. Let me say that again. If you've already told yourself you can't, you can't. Because what you put in here is what's going to manifest out. So you have got to believe that you still got time. You have got to believe that you're going to do this. You have got to tell yourself that you're going to do it every single day. Every single day, you've got to tell yourself you're going to have to change your roadmap. You don't change the goal. You just change what you're going to do in order to get it. So don't count yourself out, because right now I am going to introduce you to my accountability partner. I asked her to come on and train tonight. She has taken, I don't know if all of you watched Jan Berg on Room at the Top doing the 3-3-3, pull off that Band-Aid thing. She has been implementing that with her team. She's issued a challenge to her team, and guess what? It's working. You guys, I want you to hear from her. I want her to tell you, because every time you hear it, you hear something different, and you do. We just need something to click. And so listen, take notes, and don't leave those notes on the paper, because you can take notes all night long, but if you don't put that into action, it's never going to come to fruition. So you guys help me make welcome my accountability partner for the 4-hour keto challenge, Jodi Residori. I think you're muted. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, there you go.
Now I got it. Okay. Hey, everyone. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Jodi Residori. And as Melissa said, we have become keto accountability partners, but I just love her and this whole group, and being in this group, just the accountability of this for Founders Club is second to none. So definitely you're in the right place. And as Melissa said, I'm going to go back on something she said is self-development. You guys, that's where it all starts every single morning. You can learn every 3x3. You can learn every technique out there. I could tell you how to read every report. I could tell you how to do a million different things, but until you work right here, none of that is going to click. I'm telling you, every morning on my way to work, I find something new on YouTube to listen to. I don't have a lot of time availability. We won't get into that, but you just make it work. So when you're driving, put something on. That radio station is not paying you a darn dime for listening to the new song that just came out. Right? If you go find some Ed Milet or some Jim Rohn, or just, there's so many out there. Mel Robbins, I love her, love her. But you guys, I can tell in my day if I started it doing what I'm telling you to do, or if somebody called from work and ruined my 40-minute drive in and didn't get to do it, my mind is just in a totally different place the rest of the day, and I just can't get it back. It's very irritating me when my phone rings before 5:30 in the morning. So anyway, definitely, like Melissa said, self-development is the key. So 3x3x3, I am not going to take any credit for this whatsoever, because Jan Berg, I believe, is the one that found it and brought it. She's been on a training at Room at the Top. I know she's done a training with Melissa, but just like Melissa said, for one, if you haven't heard it, you need to hear it, right? And for two, like, the different times that you hear it from different people, I know I've picked up something different each training I've been on. And I've actually watched both of those trainings multiple times. And there's a link to one where Jan learned it from, which is just a little tweaks and different perspectives that work for different people, right? I highly, highly suggest that if you guys should all have accountability partners in this group, right? So if it's not something that you have a team that you can bring it to, I would definitely recommend relying on your accountability partner to make this happen. Hold your feet to the fire. You guys, I reached out to my team and I threw this out there. Like I said, if you don't have a team, use your accountability partner. But thank the good Lord above, I do have a team. So I put it out there and I just said, hey, who wants to get serious? You know, we're at the last quarter. We're 2 days away from the last quarter to qualify for Founders Club. Are you serious? Like, this group is only for serious people. I only want people that are dedicated. And you know why I wanted that? Because I want them to hold my feet to the fire. Because when you're not doing it with someone else, you have a tendency to be like, oh, you know what, I'm just tired, or like the kids have so many games tonight and I just can't do it. Now, if you got accountability partners that are kicking back messages at you saying, I did mine, where's yours? It's going to make you make time to get that done, because we all have time. It's just a matter of doing things intentionally and doing it in the time that we have, that we don't waste on doing something else, right? So 3x3x3 method. How many people have heard of it? Drop it in the chats if you would, or raise your hands. I can't see everybody. Is there a way to see everybody? All I can see is you and me, Melissa. You and me, Melissa. Is there a way to, whoops. Nope, that's not it.
You should be able to swipe over and then scroll up and down.
Or if you're on your computer at the top, there's like the little grid thing.
Oh, yeah. Change view to gallery.
Yeah, those are the words I was looking for. Thank you, Jamie.
Now I muted myself. So yes, all you have to do is swipe to the left and it'll automatically pull up on a phone, because I'm not on my computer. But thank you guys. So the 3x3x3 message. So what you have to start with is making a list. Okay. Your list is intentionally going to be people that you are not reaching out to now. They can be people that you've reached out to, but maybe not for a long time. Those people can go back on your list. They can also be people that you've never talked to the business about, but really the key is finding people you've never talked to. You want to find people that are not seeing what you post on Facebook. We all know that Facebook controls who sees what we put out there, right? So we got to break that. So the first step of that is to go up to your stories. And if you're on your phone, you want to swipe, just swipe, 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 get all the way to the end to where you can't see any more stories. And I will tell you at the end is going to be some advertisements. 9 times out of 10, the bottom on the back of that list, guess what they are, guys? They're network marketers. So where do you think our stories are going to our people? If you swipe all the way to the back, they are a business or they are a network marketer. That's what Facebook is doing. They're hiding us all the way in the back. So you guys have to intentionally make friends, right? Now, I have a couple of different theories on the other people that are in network marketing. If they're in Tupperware, reach out to them. You guys, we know how our income is compared to other network marketing companies. So don't rule them out. Now, me personally, this is what I'm doing. If it's somebody that's doing Prove It, or somebody that's doing, what's that other really popular one with the whitening toothpaste and the whatever. If it's somebody that has products very similar to ours, I'm writing down their name because obviously they're open to network marketing, and I'm putting what company they do, right? Because then we can kind of watch what's happening with that company. Do you see other people jumping ship from that company? You never know. So you already got names, right? If they're not in anything that we are in, or not everything is not similar, because there's other companies out there, they have weight loss, but they don't have gut health. They don't have collagen, so don't be afraid to touch on those network marketers that are not in the same market as us. So once you get through those people, you're going to see people in your friends list in there that you don't see their walls. If you don't see their walls, guess what? They don't see yours, guys. So this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring, we're seeing the same 20, 30 people, maybe 50 over and over and over again. I mean, I see the same posts from the same people, and we have to change it. If we want new people, we've got to change that rhythm. And this is a great way to do it. You're also going to be, if you are public, if you have followers, right? Your followers, they don't usually comment or anything, but guess who's up in that stories feed? That's going to be your followers are in that too. They're going to be all the way at the back. So it's going to be business, then it's going to be network marketing, then it's going to be your followers, and then it's going to go to your friends. And as you're doing this, obviously swipe past any of us singular people, because I mean, we're all here for a reason, right? So anyway, you're going to do that. You're going to look down your friends list. So that's going to be the first thing you're going to do, swipe through your stories. Second thing you're going to do is look down your friends list. You guys all have a ton of friends. I want you to write down the friends that you have never contacted or that you do not see their posts on a regular basis, but you know they're social media active, right? Those are the other people that we can grab. Ultimately, to start this out, you really want to take a couple days and put a list together of 50 to 100 people. Minimum 50. 100 is even better, because what you're going to find is it's kind of hard to find people that are very active on social media as we are. So you may have people that drop out of this 3x3x3 method, but instead of having to waste 25 minutes to go hunt and pack and find more people, you're going to go to the next person on your list and you're going to fill in that gap. Okay. Because it's something you're going to do every day. So you're going to bring how many ever people you want to use each day. So does anybody have questions on that part first? No, we're good. Okay. So how many people on here use the ad tag message or have heard of it, know about it? Raise your hand if you know that. Okay, some of you know it, some of them not. Okay, perfect. Melissa, is everybody in this group is in your guys' like what our opportunity in Knox is? Do you guys have that open to them yet?
No.
No. Okay, but it's something you're working on.
So this is like Founders Club from teams all across the company. This is not just our teams.
Okay, right. I knew that, but I didn't know if like a majority of them knew, or you guys have a place to use.
We are working on our group. Me and Stacy and Christy, if you're on our team, we should have our group finished in the next day.
Okay, and we have one. So if nobody has one, you know, it's not about like building us as singular people gives us an advantage in there, really. So if you don't have one, when I'm done explaining it to you and you guys need one to be invited to, ours is open to anyone. So just throwing that out there. Okay. So I'm going to see, can I turn my camera around on here? Yes, I can. All right. So let me know if you guys can see this or you don't necessarily have to read it, but I just want you to get the concept of the boxes on the top. You can see where it's 3, 3, 3. And then Band-Aid, B is for Band-Aid, A is for ad, T is for tag, and M is for message. Okay, so if you guys want to just scratch that down on a piece of paper, this will make a lot more sense for you as I'm going through it. Okay, so let me get rid of this. You would think I would know how to work Zooms by now, wouldn't you? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So as you can see, I had a list of 5. If you guys don't feel like you have a ton of friends, it's okay to start with 2. Am I muted again? No. Okay. Sorry. It's okay to start with 2 people. I have 5 on my list. All right. That's my goal every single day. Why are you laughing, Melissa?
Because I think I misspoke. We might be more than just one day away from more than one day away from finishing our group, but it's not far. It's Stacy. Okay. I have complete assurance in him.
Okay. All right. So anyway, you can see that I had a list of 5 people. So that's my goal every day is 5 people. You can do 2, you can do 3, whatever you feel like your capabilities are, because once you get comfortable, you can make that number bigger, right? So what you're going to put in those blanks, 1 through 5, or how many you choose, you're going to put that person's name. You're going to go to their story on day 1, right? You want them to have, hopefully they have 3 stories, and you're going to comment on all 3 stories. And I'm just going to say this right now. Yes, you are becoming a stalker. Okay. Get comfortable with it. It's okay. And we'll explain why, but you're going to find 3 stories on day 1. You're going to comment on those 3 stories or 3 posts, either way. So you started your list, go look at them, see if they have a story, go look at their personal Facebook wall, comment on 3 posts. Day 2, you're going to do the same exact thing with those same exact people, right? So now they're like, who is this girl? Like, she keeps messaging me, like she keeps commenting on my stuff. If you can, if there's a way, on each story and each one that you comment on, one of story, one of post, or however you can do it, try to ask a question. Okay. So that's going to start like a answering relationship. We know in stories, if we answer or ask a question and they answer, it comes straight to our messenger feed. So try to end with a question. It's not always easy because it might be their kids but it could be like, oh my gosh, he is so adorable. How old is he? I think my grandchild's around the same age, it's their dog. Holy cow, I've never seen that color before. What color is that? Think outside the box to ask a question somewhere. Day 3, we're going to do the same exact thing. 3 stories, 3 posts. Okay. The next day is going to be Band-Aid. This is where we're going to get brave. We're going to get out of our comfort zone and we are going to rip off the Band-Aid. So I'm going to pull up our script here just so you can kind of get an idea for it. So ripping off the Band-Aid, and I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure Melissa has all these boards, but if not, I can put them in the group tonight. But it just says, hi, Sandy, I love what you shared yesterday about whatever it is. It was awesome. Listen, I would totally kick myself if I didn't ask, but have you ever thought about adding Zingular into what you're already doing with blah, blah, blah? Because I teach people how to make an extra $500 to $1,000 from social media with Zingular. Have you ever thought of it before? All right. You can take that message, change it into anything that sounds like you, tweak it however you want, but it needs to have those questions in there and it needs to be talking about the business. That's the whole point of taking your time and doing this, right? So you rip off the Band-Aid. If they say no, guess what? That's fine. They say no. Hey, you know what? I totally understand. You're too busy for it. Maybe some other time it'll cross your path and it'll be the right time, whatever. Be congenial. Obviously we all are. So that's not a problem. But if they're interested, then you go on, right? And then you're going to go to, if they say yes, or I'm interested or tell me more, you're going to say, awesome. Do you have 10 minutes to check out a quick video explaining how you can implement this into your everyday or how you can implement this with what you're already doing? Yes or no? If not, no worries. So you're still not tying them to anything, right? And again, tweak this message to sound like you. So at this point, if they say yes, and our group is called When Opportunity Knocks. Okay. So if you guys aren't familiar with ATM chats, what that is, ATM is add, tag, message. Okay. So adding them to an opportunity group. It's a group where we speak solely about the business. There is no products. We don't really talk about our weight loss journeys. It's truly all business. Now we know that Zingular has in binders, they have for us, our tools, our When Opportunity Knocks video, right? If you guys don't have a group and you don't really want to join one, you can use that video over and over and over and over again. That's what it's meant for, okay? But the add would be to add them to the opportunity group if you have one to use. Tag them. You're going to find the video that you want this person to watch, okay? What if I know that this is my friend that I've seen 15 years and she's completely miserable and I know she's looking for something else, she wants to retire, I'm going to go grab Jana Bullard's story, I'm going to tag her in that one, I'm going to tag her in the Opportunity Knocks. Like if you can find somebody in the group, or if you have testimonies in your boards from leaders that have been successful with the business, use those if it matches with them. If they're a bartender, if they're whatever they might be, try and find a field. If not, always rely on the Opportunity Knocks. So you're going to tag them in a video that you want them to watch. Okay. So that's the add and the tag goes in the same day, really. And then once they said yes, they'll watch it. You set up an ATM group, and this is the message part. And I know Tammy Hoyle has done amazing with this because I've been in some of her chats and she does great with them. But the whole concept of the message part of the ATM is again to find business partners that you feel have been successful or may relate to this person, right? If they work a crazy amount of hours and have a farm or have horses, call me. Like I'll help out. If they're a busy person and they still make the business work, text me. It's courtesy if you can message this person outside of it and say, hey, is it okay if I throw you in this ATM chat? You don't necessarily have to do it. I think we're all friends here and we're all willing to help one another. But if you do set up an ATM chat and you don't see somebody jump in there, like within that day or day and a half, make sure you message them and say, hey, I put you in an ATM chat. Can you please jump in there? A reminder does not hurt, especially when somebody works full-time, busy, crazy life. Sometimes they need a reminder. All you're going to do in this message chat is you're going to say, hey, Tammy, I brought some of my partners in here and I would love for you to hear from them. Their stories are absolutely phenomenal. And I know that you're ready to get this started yourself. Then you will introduce the person that you put in this chat. So I'm going to say, hey guys, this is my friend Martha. She's been on the products for 3 months. She's been having amazing results. I've been talking to her about the business. She's starting to believe in it. And I would just really love for you guys to share your stories and, share with her what you've been able to do with Zingular. Boom, that's it. You let the other people that you put in here, you want 3 to 4 people maybe in the group. So you yourself that's setting up the chat, your prospect, and 2 to 3 other people. They jump in, they share their stories. You go back to your original message with them, your personal message, and have conversations with them about the business. I do like to come back in these ad tag message ones, like people that have been successful with the business, hit their quick start bonus. Like my friends will message me and say, hey, so-and-so hit their quick start bonus. Their name is this. Like, can you go back and jump in that ATM chat and congratulate them? Like, how cool does that feel to this person that they think that like you're hooking them up with rock stars, which we all are, right? But anyway, that this person that's been successful with the business cared enough about them to come back in and congratulate them. So it's just the extra step we can do, right? So you guys, this is 2 to 3 to 5 people. How many you want to do a day? I would not suggest doing more than 5. It would be a little overwhelming because guess what happens on day 2, right? So you started this on day 1. You did your first reach out, first sets of 3 reach outs with your first 2, 3, or 5 people. Day 2, you're bringing in how many ever your number is, you're bringing that many in, right? So now we've got 4. If you're doing 2, we've got 4 that we're going in the process. Day 3, we're bringing 2 more new people in. Now we got 6 people going in the process. So we do not go through this process all the way with these 2, 3, or 5 people and then see what happens. We continually bring more in each day. So by 30 days, if you're bringing in 2 people a day, you're reaching out to 60 people, right? So just kind of think about that. Think about your time. I'm telling you, this is worth it. If you've seen Jan and Greg grow, I mean, they're doing phenomenal with this. As Melissa said, and as I told you, I brought it as a challenge to my team. I brought it up to them. What's today? Tuesday or Wednesday. I brought it up to them. I'm giving them till July 1st, very start of the last quarter of the month. We are in this accountability group together. And guess what? If somebody misses more than twice, you're out. I'm not fooling around. Like people, we need our feet held to the fire. If we want to earn this, if you don't have 0 points right now, if you don't have any unique accounts right now, you can still do this, guys. I came in here in May when I first started, May 21st, I think, and I earned it the first part of September. So can definitely be done. I've seen there's people that have earned this trip in a month. So never, never, never think that you cannot do this. But I'm telling you with this concept, I don't know if anybody's like me. I use Teamsy, love Teamsy. It holds me, keeps me on track. But do you feel like you're reaching out to the same people over and over again? Do you feel like you're reaching out every time a sale comes out? You're bugging the same people. They haven't read your last 5 messages, but yet you still send that promo to them. Right? Where is that getting you? We need new faces. We need new faces seeing our Facebook posts, and this is a way to bring them in. So what do you guys think? I mean, anything you have questions on, or you want me to go over more? Or Melissa, do you have questions that you think I should talk more about? Or
I think the biggest thing is, let's say that when you add them to the group, you tag them in a video, you message with the 2 or 3 leaders. Where does it go from there? If they don't jump on board, do you keep tagging them in videos and adding more people to the message, or what? How does that look?
I feel like at that point, if you feel like it's somebody that you want on your business, this is what I personally do with them. I don't know that step that Jan or Greg do with it, but I don't know about you guys, but I have people that I like on my Facebook page that I think would be great for the business. I think they need the business and they just don't know they need it yet. So I have them set up in my Teamsy to roll up like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that, just to go comment on their Facebook page, right? Just to let them know I'm still here. I'm still here lurking in the background. So by the time you get all the way through the add tag message part, if they have not said yes, if they have not committed to your business, at that point, I'm going to put them in my Teamsy. I'm going to just let them, I'm going to set a reminder every 2 or 3 weeks to comment on something on their posts.
Okay. That was my question.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have questions? And yes, we'll get the tracker, we'll get the boards, all that kind of stuff for you.
I just created a board, actually, it's by itself, not even buried in other boards, just for 3x3x3. So if you want me to just send you that board, Melissa, if anybody wants an invite to it, just to keep it simple, it's, nobody has to look for it then.
Yep, I'll put it in the Founders Club group.
Yeah, but I do believe, Jan and Greg have big plans and it's definitely working for them. I am super excited to see what it's going to do for our team. My team's super pumped about it. And I will tell you the feedback that I'm getting so far just from them making their lists is how many friends they forgot about that they had, because we get so focused on the ones that actually they roll up, right? And we see their stuff. We're so ingrained at them that we forget to even look for other people. Unfortunately, it's so sad, but anymore, unless there's a tragic thing happens, like then you go look for them and their family and, that kind of thing. And you realize, oh my God, we have not connected in like a year and a half or 8 months or whatever it may be. So I think when you do that with your stories and you go through your friends list through Facebook, you're going to be really shocked at how many friends you have that you've never reached out to or you've just lost contact with. I think one of my current builders on my team, her whole team is seriously like a high school reunion. Like we could host a high school reunion party in a group messenger chat with the people that she signed up. It's so hilarious, but I love it.
Awesome.
I have a question just to make sure that I'm understanding, and maybe others are thinking the same thing. So on day 1, I comment on 3 people. And on day 2, I do the same people and 3 more.
That is correct.
Then day 3, I do those 6 people and 3 more. And then on day 4, I rip the Band-Aid off the first 3.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Just want to double check.
Yep. And in some of those, I say you've reached out to 60 people at the end of the month if your number is 2, right? But I don't know that any of us are going to get, if your number is 2, 3, or 5, all of them that are going to reply is yes, right? You're going to get ghosting. You're going to get no's. That's part of our business, right? We have to expect that. It may be 5 days in before you even get one reply. You have to go in this with the mentality that you're in it for the long haul. You're in it for, seeing what's at the end of it. By day 1, if it's not working for you, that does not mean anything. Okay. It just means you haven't found the right people yet, is truly what that means. And I want to make sure to clarify, because you said, on day 1 to reach out to 3 people, it's 3 posts or 3 stories in one day that you're going to comment on. So you may have to scroll back. I've always been nervous about this. If they don't have something posted in the last 2 days, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a creeper. If I go back and comment on something from 2 weeks ago, how does that show up? But do you know how often something will pop up on my timeline from a year ago? Somebody commented on a profile picture that I had. I don't think of that person as a stalker. So why do I think people are going to think I'm a stalker? So if you have to scroll back in order to get 3 things to comment on, you might have to go back a month, or it could be a kid's birthday party and be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe Gracie is already 8 years old. Are you kidding me? There's reasons that you can comment on those posts, right? Because 9 times out of 10, people that you're choosing, it's not going to be business posts. It's going to be something about their family or a life event. I didn't even hear you got married. Congratulations. That's okay. It happened 6 months ago. Who cares? You're still congratulating them. It doesn't make you a stalker. So, yeah, it was an eerie feeling when I heard Jan saying that you could go back that far and do it. But then when I flipped it around on myself, I didn't find it so eerie anymore, because it does happen to me all the time. But, you get new followers and they go back and they look and see if there's somebody that you're really interested, or that they really think they're interested and want to follow you before they hit that follow button. So they may comment on something from a year ago. It's not odd. So don't let that stop you from doing this challenge. I'm telling you, it will make a difference. Definitely accountability partner with it though. Bring it to your team or get at least one person and do it together.
Anybody else? All right, Stace. Jodi, thank you so much, girlfriend.
You are very welcome.
I've got my notes that I'm actually use and not just leave them in a notebook.
It's July 1st, 2 days away. Make your list. Get off here and start. How much time a day do we spend scrolling through Facebook that we're mindlessly scrolling and we do not even know we're doing it? Well, guess what? This is almost like fun, mindlessly scrolling, because now you're going to get something from it, right? So instead of just flipping through and looking for a recipe or something, scroll through. You'll be shocked how many friends you haven't talked to in forever.
And guys, I'm going to add, I love the idea of having an accountability partner with this, because, if you don't get what you expect out of it in the first few days, I think you're going to want to go away from it. I think it's just natural, human nature. If we do something for a little while, we're not getting what we want out of it, we just stray away. But having that accountability partner is going to kind of keep you reeled in. And I saw somebody put in there, marry the process and divorce the results, or vice versa. But you guys have accountability partners in here. Okay. So get with your accountability partner in here and say, hey, this is something I'm going to do. Do you want to do it with me? I would start there first. And then if they say no, they're not interested, or maybe your accountability partner has ghosted you for a while, go find a new one. Go find a new one in this group. Go find another one in your team, wherever it might be. But get someone that you know is going to hold you accountable. Don't necessarily get your best friend in singular to be your accountability partner, because
Get somebody that's going to be tough on you.
it's not going to work. You're going to buy each other's excuses, and you're going to let each other slide. So find someone that you're acquaintance with, that you know that you will gel really well with, but someone that also holds your feet to the fire. But I love this. I really do. This is the second time I've heard it, and I've taken notes down again. And I'll tell you, there's some things in my notes with Jodi that I didn't have in my notes with Jane Berg. So, anyone that you hear doing a training on this, jump on it, because it's all kind of the same, but you might hear something different. And guys, if you're anything like me, sometimes you got to hear something a half a dozen times before it sinks in anyways. So, but this has been great. Thank you so much, Jodi, for coming on. I hope all of you all commit to this. I've heard great things. I've not started it yet. I started making my list, but I have not implemented it. So I'm going to get with my team and see who wants to do it. And I love the idea of putting your team together in I'm assuming you're doing this in a Facebook chat. Everybody's in a chat.
Yes, I introduced it to my team. We probably all, if you have a team, you've got a team messenger chat, right? So I just put it in there, and I actually typed, I said, warning, long message coming, right? Because I wanted to make sure I gave them the details before they really decided they wanted to do this, because I need people to be serious. I mean, if I can't get them to show up for trainings, I can't get them to show up here. Like, if you say you're serious, you're in it. You're not serious, you're out. Like, it's just, we have to have that with each other. It's time to get a little gruff with each other. If our business isn't growing right now, it's our own, it's something we're not doing, right? And this is a great thing to pick up doing and see if something new works for you. So
I love it.
It's definitely working for others. Yeah.
Yes. And I'll see it and hear it. So I cannot wait to implement it. I know, Jodi, you cannot wait to implement it with your team. Before we close out, any last questions, any thoughts, anything that anybody has? All right, guys, I don't see anything. So thank you so much, Jodi. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us live. I know some of you will be watching the recording. So thank you guys for watching the recording. Also, get a hold of your accountability partner. See if they watch this, because you want them doing this with you. And everybody have a great night. We love you all. Stay strong. We've got a quarter left. And like Jodi said, that is plenty enough time to earn Founders Club if you put the work in, if you stay focused, and if you keep yourself motivated. No one's going to motivate you but yourself. Get yourself motivated, stay motivated. We want to see everyone on the beach with us in Jamaica. You guys have a great night. Love you all. And as always, God bless.
Thank you all.
Thank you.